major source of food funding for families in need here in California is about to drastically change when CalFresh benefits are set to decrease. And a teen is shot and killed in a mall parking lot after a possible fight turns deadly. Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. Police are still looking for a person believed to be involved in the shooting. It may have all stemmed from a fight that started inside the Montclair Place shopping center Thursday night and then spilled into the parking lot outside of the movie theater. The teen died at the hospital. A second victim needed surgery for their injuries. We heard from a worker at the mall who was terrified by what happened.
It's really scary. You know, there's lots of kids around. Even for adults, it's scary, especially when we have no information, especially when the cops are just telling us, oh, we're looking for someone. There might have been shots fired, but we don't know any other information. So that's when they should take initiative, shut down the mall, shut down the restaurants for our safety as well as the guests.
A nearby Target was briefly locked down during the search for the shooter. Police are now going through surveillance video. New details on the large amount of rifles and guns found inside a Hollywood high-rise apartment. The LAPD now says they have not identified evidence that this was part of a mass shooting plot. 25-year-old Braxton Johnson appeared in court on several charges Thursday. He remains behind bars on $500,000 bail. Johnson was arrested Tuesday night after police said he had high-powered rifles and more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition inside his apartment near Sunset Boulevard. In a statement, the LAPD says there is no indication that anyone was threatened with a firearm. Johnson has pleaded not guilty to the charges. A dip in temperatures could affect your outdoor plans this weekend. Here's meteorologist Belinda Leon to let you know when you're gonna want that sweater in your first alert forecast.
It's been a dry start to February, but we are seeing our first chance of rain this weekend. Taking a look at the forecast for you on Saturday, it's going to be bright, sunny, and mild. Temperatures will be in the 60s, even 70s, nice in the mountains, 52. But look at the change on Sunday. We have a slight chance for rain with cooler temperatures. Now, here's what you can expect on Sunday. Clouds increase. We'll have some gusty winds, especially through those mountain passes. And the showers that we're going to see will be very spotty, little if any accumulation. In fact, some of us won't even see any rain. Not looking at the threat for any flooding, thankfully, but watch out for some slippery roads. And the temperatures, well, those are going to be noticeably cooler. We're going to go from 70s on Saturday and sunny to cloudy and 60s on Sunday.
The LA Unified School District will soon allow students to carry Narcan. It's a nasal spray that can reverse an opioid overdose. Superintendent Alberto Cavallo announced to school board members that the district is soon updating its policy. But for now, all LAUSD schools are required to have Narcan in secure locations. Deadly overdoses have been spiking among teenagers. In LA County, 92% of teens who died of drug overdoses in 2021 tested positive for fentanyl. Free mental health services will soon be available for all students in LA County. It's a part of a new initiative from the LA County Office of Education. Students K through 12 can access the services. They'll be offered both in person through wellness centers and virtual visits.
It's been a very tough time. You can ask any parent, grandparent, teacher, principal, superintendent. This has been a very rough set of years for our kids.
Both Compton Unified and LA Unified School Districts will take part in the program. The mental health services will be provided by insurance company HealthNet, LA Care Health Plan, and Hazel Health. New details about the over-the-counter eye drops that are possibly linked to drug-resistant infections. There are now at least 4 cases of the same bacterial infection in LA County. Now, it's not clear whether the LA County cases are associated with the EzraCare artificial tears, but the majority of people impacted by the product did use the eye drops. We're also learning that the maker of those eye drops is recalling the product. The infection has been linked to hospitalizations and blindness. At least one person has died from this so far. Extra payments from CalFresh are about to get a lot smaller, even though food prices have gotten much higher. Millions of Californians will soon be affected. NBC4's Gordon Tokumatsu swung by a food pantry to find out what this means to those who need that money the most.
Unhoused. I live in my car.
Elizabeth didn't want us to show her face on TV, but told us how losing those extra CalFresh COVID funds will affect her life.
I know it sounds like it's not a lot of money, but it does make a difference to people that, survive off of that.
During the pandemic, the state program that supplied SNAP benefits, also known as food stamps, increased payments to people like Elizabeth. For her, that meant an extra $80 to $95 a month for food. By April, that part of her income will be gone.
Thank you.
And she's just one of millions statewide. In Orange County, for instance, you'll find recipients at food banks like this one, carefully trying to make ends meet, but anticipating hardship once the CalFresh payout shrinks.
Some from $280 a month to $23, $24 a month, and that's a significant cut.
Especially with food prices going up or not coming back down or whatever.
Tim Nisler runs the food pantry at
Unhoused, I live in my car.
Elizabeth didn't want us to show her face on TV, but told us how losing those extra CalFresh COVID funds will affect her life.
I know it sounds like it's not a lot of money, but it does make a difference to people that, survive off of that.
During the pandemic, the state program that supplied SNAP benefits, also known as food stamps, increased payments to people like Elizabeth. For her, that meant an extra $80 to $95 a month for food. By April, that part of her income will be gone.
Thank you.
And she's just one of millions statewide. In Orange County, for instance, you'll find recipients at food banks like this one, carefully trying to make ends meet, but anticipating hardship once the CalFresh payout shrinks.
Some from $280 a month to $23, $24 a month, and that's a significant cut.
Especially with food prices going up or not coming back down or whatever.
Tim Nisler runs the food pantry at Friends Indeed Pasadena, where Elizabeth is a client. Like other nonprofits providing food, he says this one is busier than ever. In fact, they're serving even more people than they were in the middle of the pandemic. The reason?
Why is a lemon $1? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Inflation. The pandemic may be gone, but people on fixed incomes are still paying more at the grocery store than ever before.
This is probably going to increase the number of people we see.
We project that 238,000 families who rely on CalFresh in our county will have their benefits cut significantly.
In Pasadena, Gordon Tokumatsu, NBC4 News.
Relief is on the way for families paying high utility bills. The state's Public Utilities Commission is ordering energy companies to issue the annual climate credits to customers' bills now instead of later this year. The money comes from a state program that requires companies to pay for carbon emissions. Customers get a cut of that, and it usually appears automatically on your gas and power bills in April and October. But the PUC told utilities to do it now to help offset the unusually high natural gas bills that are landing in mailboxes right now. Credits are expected to be about $71 for SoCal Edison and about $50 for SoCal Gas customers. The credits are distributed equally. It does not change based on how much you use. LeBron James is closing in on the NBA all-time scoring record, and now the price of Lakers tickets are surging. Would you pay $200,000 for a chance to see him break that record? I don't even have that much. Well, this is the resale price of 2 courtside tickets for Tuesday's home game against the Thunder, and that's not including fees. Average ticket prices for that game are going for about $1,700. LeBron is just 63 points away from breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record of 38,387 points, and that could happen at that game. So if LeBron doesn't break the record, too bad for those fans. All sales are final. The next shot would be Thursday's home game against the Bucks. I think he can do it. All right, from the ocean to the kitchen, one sea lion pup has had quite the adventure. So meet King, a 6 to 7 month old sea lion pup. Late last month, he wandered inside the kitchen of the Redondo Beach King Harbor Yacht Club. Kitchen staff discovered the animal and called authorities. And as you can see, he looks severely underweight, but now he's getting the best care at a facility in San Pedro.
He's eating probably about 6 pounds of fish a day, and that'll increase. He's a good eater, and I think in about 6 weeks when we release him, he'll be unrecognizable.
King was just looking for a snack. He's like, where's the fish? The Marine Mammal Care Center takes care of more than 350 animals every year. And if you'd like to help, we've put up a link on our website, NBCLA.com. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.